Hey everybody, it's Liz Coopersmith with Elizabeth Coopersmith Consulting, and welcome to Tech Tutorial Tuesday. Yay! So, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to show you how to upload fonts into your Squarespace website, because sometimes Squarespace does not have a particular font that you love, so you can find it and then upload it and use it. So it's like a 3, well, maybe 4, depending on what you count as a step process, but it's with coding. So I'm going to walk you through it. So right now we are just going to the back end of my fake website. Continuing Wed. It's fake. It's not in use right now, but the name is actually real. Continuingwed.com was a domain name that I bought a few years ago when I was working as a wedding planner full time and also as a wedding advice columnist. So I thought it would be a cool place to either have continuing education classes, so to speak, for wedding pros, like showing them how to up their wedding planning game, or classes and advice for couples to show them how to have the best wedding they can. But as it is, obviously, I'm not doing wedding planning as much, but I still own this domain name. So if you're interested in buying it from me, contact me and we'll see what we can do. So anyway, let's get back to why it is that we are actually here. So again, we're in the back end of your website. What you're going to do is you're going to go into design, go all the way down to custom CSS. Go into manage custom files, and then download the file for your font. Now, Arima Midori is a font that I used for a website that I just finished up, a Wix website. This was one of her favorite fonts, so we used it in her site, and it's really pretty. You're going to see it in a minute. So after we do this, we're going to go up, and we're going to put in some code. I'll explain the code a little bit to you. And also, it's going to be in the comments. So the way that this code is set, this is kind of like a CSS heads up that this is what you're doing. And this kind of sign, I guess, comes in handy if you've got a lot of codes that you're putting in, just so it separates them, you know what the following code is and what it does. And Squarespace doesn't read this because we've got like the little lines here. So this in itself, the code itself, what we're going to do for font family, we're just going to name the code Arima, and that'll be its official name in your site. If we can grab this. Please hold. Live video. And then we need the font URL. So we're going to go ahead and erase font URL. And the next step is kind of crucial. We're going to erase this, but we're going to keep our cursor in between these two. We'll just call them dots. I know there's an official name for them. Then we're going to go down to manage custom files, and then we're going to click on the file. So basically what we're doing is this. So like when you upload a picture into your website, that picture has a specific URL that has to do with your site. And so what you're doing is you're creating a URL for your font and your website. So we're going to go ahead and click on this, and it'll populate, and that is the URL for your font in Squarespace. Now, if you want to apply this to your Squarespace account, like you want to, assign fonts is what we're going to call it in a second. you're going to go down a couple of lines and put in a new code. Again, you've got your CSS heads up, which will not be read by your website. And then what we are going to do is we're going to use Arima Midori as our new H1 font. So this font. But you can also assign like a different type of font to an H2 font, which is a little bit smaller. Whatever it is that you want, and you can go like this. Go in name, put in Arima, and there you go. It just changed automatically. Then you would go ahead and save this, and your font is in there. So if you wanted to add another way of doing it, you can put in like an H2 font. You can put in whatever it is that you want Arima or your new font to be assigned to.